Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. And I'm here today to do a card for the day for you. For today, it is Sunday. What are we? I checked it earlier and I've forgotten already. 24th. Yes. No. Yes. June 24th. I'm sorry, but the card I pulled for you today, we're looking at here is the Vortex. In the Rider-Waite deck, it is the demon, is the king of demons. It is Satan himself. It is devil. It's not about the devil, though. It's not about being possessed. It's not about anything like that. But it is the card of temptation. And that's what this card's all about. It's about temptation, and it's about other people or your perception of other people having control over your life is what I'm getting for you real strong today. And also for some others, I'm feeling like ending something, breaking something. This could go for many because this is the card of overall its affairs and addictions as well. And yeah, that can include addictions to love, addictions to romance. I use that analogy a lot with this card because it's true. Some people are addicted to love or what their perception of it is. That honeymoon period, and once that passes, and things start to settle down, endorphins are starting to find a nice, comfortable place. You're not walking on cloud nine like you were. It's something deeper. It's more meaningful. It's more lasting. It's beautiful, except for some people that are addicted to the honeymoon period. With no disrespect to her, we use Elizabeth Taylor as an example. She was a really good one. She married 8, 9 times. I think it was 8. And she was addicted to that. She loved being in love. And she even said that in an interview once. I love to be in love. And for some people, that's all it's about. Once that period dries out, it's not a dry out, it's a growth. It's a transition that humans go through. You go from the honeymoon period into the everyday life, into enriching each other's lives. For some people, that the endorphins, the hormones popping, all that good stuff, they get addicted to that. And anything beyond that, boring. That's what they find. But that's not really the whole issue here today. It isn't about love and romance. This is about personal achievement. This is about being tempted for once. For some of you, remember this is a general reading, but for some of you, this is about a temptation to change yourself or something about your life that affects you very deeply. You're tempted to make a change. For some of you, yes, that could mean a separation from your partner in life. For others, that could be somebody that's, I'm hearing, feeling weak physically, no motivation, no muscle power pushing that through. Telling yourself you're going to start eating healthier to build up, eating more protein and working out. You want to be more toned. You want to look stronger to the world because right now you're feeling quite vulnerable and quite weak physically, mentally, emotionally. There's those self-improvement places. There's so many things out there to help these days, but somebody, and I'm hearing for somebody, once you make a commitment to something, you never back up, you never back away, you never stop it, you never give up on it. And that's where you're questioning yourself. I know I won't give up on this once I begin it. But what if it makes me miserable? Because I know what I'm like. I'll push through the misery anyway. And how much time and how long and when is this all going to come together for me? So some of you feel defeated before you even start. You think it's too much. I'll be overwhelmed. That's what I'm getting for somebody out there. And really, you have to sit down and have a good long talk with yourself. If you're truly wanting self-improvement, if you're truly wanting about gaining control over your own life, claiming back your power that maybe you once had, that could be for somebody as well. But just feeling for some of you as well. Let's move on. There's some of you out there, you're just feeling trapped and powerless. Now, this could be by a relationship, or this could be through a job. You're not happy. You know, you hope you get in an accident on the way to work so you don't have to go. I've heard people tell real stories like that. Um, this could be a card about feeling lost. This could be a card about affairs of the heart. And for somebody out there, you're feeling an attraction to something or someone, no good for you. Get your nose out of there. All right? And you know it. This card and myself and spirit are not coming forth to tell you anything you don't already know, that you're not already aware of. And you know that this will not be good for you. It'll be fun for a while. There's the thing. It'll be fun for a while. But there's going to be, it's like taking a drug where you get so deliriously high, it's euphoric. And then when you come down, you don't just come down, it's a crash. In reality, broken heart, hurt pride, hurt ego, the whole 9 yards. Stay away from it. If you already sense in your gut, easy for me to stand here and for spirit to be here and tell you to not let yourself get pulled into that. And that's a vortex. It's a whirlpool, right? It just keeps pulling you down and you can't break free from. But you know what? There's always something in the imagery with the cards. And here we've got, I can't see my camera, so we've got clear water, calm clear water here and here. I mean, they're just outside the realm of that, okay? Or inside it's within reach. And the message of the card is, for somebody out there, it's not going to be an overwhelming thing. But you're not even willing to put the time in or even the effort, even begin to. For somebody out there, listen to me, heed these words. For somebody out there, you're darn lucky, because all you have to do in the end is put the initial effort. Your guides and the universe have been waiting for you. You have to put the want to out there, the desire, and to feel it very strongly. The more passion you have, the easier it'll come for you, or you'll go to it. But somebody out there, it's all you need to do, and you're very, very lucky. It's almost like me saying to somebody, like I did on the Taurus video for the mids, buy a lottery ticket, right? And you won't win. It's just that easy. But you won't win if you don't play. There's the thing. There's a message with the lottery. You don't win if you don't play. If you play, if you put yourself into that situation, if you put that desire out there with love, honesty, and integrity, don't forget that. To be a better human overall, this will better you as a human being and as a spirit. Then the universe can respond. It can't do anything until you show the initiative. That's for one person. I don't care how many views this video could get, 20,000 views. This is for one single person, although maybe some of you will identify with it. This is also, like I said, a card of addictions for the general part of this. It could be addictions to food, alcohol, sex, love, um, um, you know, prescription drugs, street drugs, gambling, and the list goes on and on and on. I'm seeing two people, and they're both male. I'm sorry, guys. They are both male. It's antique car. Oh, I should hold the camera up so you guys can see this. I'll comment. Look at that. How many are there? I can't get out the way I used to. I'm hoping that this will catch it. You guys see the antique cars going by? Ah, well, oh, if I was on my front deck right now, it never occurs to me to do it on the front deck, the reading. But if I were, what a picture you guys would get. Some cars are looking in here. Every weekend. It's an antiques, it's a club meet. They meet way out the highway somewhere. But they come through here because where I live on Route 790, Chance Harbor, it's a very beautiful scenic route. And what comes out, oh, did you see that one? And what comes after this, sometime today, at some point, at any time now, because they haven't gone by yet, are they're not gangs per se, as in the bad sense, but there's gangs and gangs and gangs of motorcycle groups that come through. And I think that was the end of that little parade. And it was a parade. There goes my neighbor in his Johnny Cash truck. I never planned any of this. This is too funny. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, I'm still on. Okay, I hope you guys could see that. I'll find out once I put the video up. Okay. So, where was I? Yeah, addictions and whatnot. And we're also, two men, two men thinking hard about your life and where you find yourself on this day, at this time in your life. There's two of you. You've had some kind of addiction problems. Like I see one guy, and he's sitting on the edge of his bed, and he's kind of leaning forward. His elbows are on his knees, and he's thinking and thinking and thinking. I see somebody else. It's another male. You're doing something. I don't know what it is you're doing. You're gardening or doing something. Man, you don't even look like the type that would have addiction problems, but you do. And maybe with your problem, it's prescription. That was legitimate at the beginning, and now you've gotten addicted to some kind of pain pill or something of that kind. So anyways, guys, I won't keep this too much longer. But I can't, I've got an eye condition. I'm sorry. The sun like this can really mess me up. But what we're looking at here, basically, overall, your advice is to make or break agreements that you are second guessing on. That's one piece of advice. You, you know, even if you sign something, there may be a grace period, maybe 30 days before you can't renege. So get moving. What are you waiting for? If you've signed up for something, got involved in something, and you're saying, this is just not going to work, this is not for me. See, you're looking at making and breaking agreements, old habits, breaking away from old habits as well. Um, Here's the thing. Some of you are feeling overwhelmed at the thought of making this change. The advice of the card, Spirit and Tarot, are here to encourage you and tell you this. It's going to be easier to get through this than you think it is. Way easier. Matter of fact, you'll be pissed off that you didn't do it sooner. You'll be saying, if I had only known, if I hadn't been so stubborn, if I'd only known, I would have done this a lot sooner. The advice of the card is choices, um, contacts, and contracts, um, control, power, affairs, restrictions, and addictions. And restriction is a big word here. For those of you second guessing yourself on making this change, that's what the problem is. You don't like the idea that you may be more restricted in your life. Anyway, my friends, that was your card for today, Sunday. And I hope you enjoyed the little side step. I hope you guys got to see that. Anyways, I'm playing the video whether the cars show up or not. Anyway, I wish you the very best of the best. And I really and sincerely saying, please keep the peace in here within yourself, because that's where it begins, so that you can reach out and bring joy, love, and light to others. No, we're not living in a Pollyanna world. There's the problem, I think. These days we could use a little bit of that. We're not wearing rose-colored glasses. The way I am, I see what's going on in the world overall, and we're not in good shape right now. There's just so much going on. We need to get back to the simple part of life, the simple days. You know, where our biggest worry may be, is my child going to grade this year? Am I going to get a raise this year? You know, it begins with us. One person can make a difference. It all begins in here within your own spirit. Here's something for you to remember. For those of you walking on, this is the shady card, right? Some of you walking on that preface, that line. Universe sees everything you do. All right? That's the bottom line. It keeps me on the straight and narrow. I can tell you that. My daily habits may not be all that great, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what goes on in here and what goes on in here as far as humanity goes and your daily life goes and what kind of a person you are. You can be any personality. You could be a grumpy old man or a bitchy old lady, but with a heart of gold. It's what your actions are. The universe sits up and takes notice. Peace be with you, my friends, and have a wonderful Sunday. And I hope to see you all in about a week's time for the July monthlies. Bye for now.